So here we are for day 3. Welcome to day 3 of the 7-day family Devo challenge. This is really exciting, and I'm so excited that you're joining us for this. And we're going to start with some tips and do that for the next 9 minutes or so. Run down what the schedule is. Basically, at 7:20 we go through tips and basic ideas, giving you some creative ideas. 7:30 we're going to demonstrate one approach to family devos, and we're demonstrating a different approach every single night, just to generate some ideas for you. So the schedule for the week, if you can read it, it's up here. Sunday night we did Bible resources, so you can go back and listen, watch the replay, and we talked about different Bible resources. On Monday we talked about how to telling the truth to your child cards, which are amazing, and some other bonus tips there as well. Today we're talking about music resources, Wednesday prayer ideas, and that one might have to start a little bit late because we're doing our prayer time 6:30 to 7:30 at the church. Thursday night storytelling ideas, Friday prop ideas, very fun, very helpful, and then Saturday bonus tips, and there's some of the best tips are going to be on Saturday. So we started with Colossians, the 21 days of prayer and fasting that Dustin Taylor did. Shout out to Dustin Taylor, did a great job on this. And that's one approach to it. We did go through a devotional booklet like this, and then there are lots of other approaches. And so we tried a different one last night, and then we're going to try a different one tonight. You can also replay these and pick up any of the tips that you missed. So question for you, and post this in the comments. What are your favorite resources, music resources for Devos? Because we're going to talk about that in a second. And yesterday we did a giveaway, $10 Starbucks Meyer gift card or Meyer gift card giveaway, and the winner is, and I gotta generate this on a random generator right now. So drum roll, that was the worst drum roll ever. Pick a random name, and the random name generator says our winner is Whitney Blossom. All right, Whitney Blossom. If you post in the comments which you want, Starbucks or Meyer gift card, we'll make sure to get that to you. And so congratulations, Whitney. Thanks for your idea. That was awesome about family devos. So what are some of your favorite music resources for devos? Post those in the comments. Let's get some great ideas generated, because I'm going to go through a bunch of ideas, but I'm sure there's a lot more. I'm sure there's a ton more. So post ones that I missed, or post ones that you like that I did talk about in the comments. So a few quick resources to talk about. First, we have Spotify, YouTube, and your cable stations. These are primary places to get music, okay? So Spotify, it's a free app. Now there's a paid version where you can do a few more things. You get no commercials, but the free app is also useful. And so on Spotify, basically you can find almost any artist. Most artists are on Spotify. You can get it on your computer, you can get it on your phone. So you have your music list wherever you go. It's a great tool. And most artists are on there, so you can find almost anything you want. So I highly recommend that. I'm going to give you a couple Spotify playlists in the comments after this. YouTube. Now, by the way, Spotify and YouTube, these artists do get paid for those. This is legal. The artists do get paid. They don't get paid a lot, so it's still good to buy their CD if you really like their stuff. But they do get paid for that. So YouTube, YouTube is a great resource as well. You can go on there and get all kinds, build your own playlist based on your likes and dislikes, your favorites, and you'll have the video versions of those songs. Now, the video versions of those songs eat up data, so that's it might be harder to do than Spotify sometimes. Your cable stations have free music stations on them. Some of them are better than others. Check them out. There's Christian music stations, there's worship music stations on some of them, and so check those out. So now I'm going to go through a few adult music resources, primarily for adults. So I should say these are for all ages, these music resources. Kids get into them too. So one would be Elevation Worship. Love those guys. They're putting out some great stuff. The album before the last one they put out, top of the line. This last one was good too, but Really love the last one, the one before that. Bethel Music, putting out tons of great music all the time. Jesus Culture, also related to Bethel Music, puts out some great music. Brian and Katie Torwalt, related to both of those, putting out some great music. Hillsong, Hillsong United, Hillsong Young and Free, Hillsong Kids, Hillsong New York, Hillsong London, they're all good. So I'd highly recommend getting onto some of the Hillsong resources. They've been doing it a long time, but they're still doing it at the top level. Passion, their last CD, man, it's the best CD I've heard from them in a decade probably. Really, really good. Passion, and then International House of Prayer, IHOP. They have a few artists. They have a number of artists, but some of them kind of rise to the top. You got Misty Edwards, Corey Asbury, David Breimer, and some others that are really, really excellent, and I highly recommend them as well. Shout out to my ORU buddies, Carrie Job. Some of you guys know of her. She's a wonderful worship leader. And then also Desperation Band. They're out of New Life Church in Colorado. Awesome group of guys. Those are ORU buddies from my past as well. Kids music resources. Here's a non-worship music resource. Great for just jumping around to Christian themes. Family Force 5 is the name of that group. Okay? Excuse me. And then you have Yancey, and she by far has the best preschool resources, music resources. Now she has more than that. She's got kids, she's got teens, just some rock albums, that kind of thing. But her preschool DVDs are like second to none. They're amazing. So get in on Yancey. Her website's yancey.nancy.com. And so then, where else? Elevation Kids. Elevation has a kids area, and they do good music. Hillsong Kids. Hillsong Young and Free is great for kids. It's their youth band. Hillsong United used to be their youth band. Hillsong Young and Free presently is their youth band. And Hillsong Young and Free is doing awesome stuff that kids love. Kid Connection Band. That's actually the band that I did as a kids pastor. And we've got a CD out called Bouncy House Worship that'll get you bouncing, and it's got some great worship music on it as well. You can get it on Spotify just like all these others. Dustin Taylor, he's got his album I Forgot out there. I've got a worship album called King Jesus out there for all ages. Alex Beaudry has a worship and Christian music album out there as well, and those are our very own. So we'd be able to support them and be awesome as well. You say, I know that person. That's great. So those are some great ideas for music resources. Again, post in the comments what are some of your favorite music resources, and we're going to get started on Family Devos in almost a minute. All right, see you guys. All right, time to come up, guys.
Say hi. 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 Hi, guys. Hi. Hi.
I'm going to sit on your lap. I'm teasing. I'm going to sit on the floor.
All right, we're going to get started here in about 45 seconds. I'm going to take this timer away, though.
So, hi, Joy. Hi, Whitney. I'm going through who's here. Hi, Sarah. All the way from Florida. Hi, Miss Diane Kilpatrick. Whitney, congratulations. Starbucks is a great choice. And Sabrina, of course, rewatch, take notes. Jared will probably post some stuff in the comments later on tonight. So thank you all for being with us. Those are the people who have commented that I know are on. I said that there's some other people on as well, but we love that you guys are joining us and crashing our pad for a little bit. And so we're excited. Jared's got some really cool stuff for you guys, and we're excited to be part of it. So I think we're about ready to kick it off, yeah?
Yep, a whole new approach tonight
Anna's
than
here.
the other two nights, so dive in with us. We're going to go back to the Beginner's Bible, which is the Bible that we used last night, and it's the one that we're in as a family right now. And so this approach, though, works with any Bible.
The angels are here too.
And what we're going to do is we're going to act out the Bible story.
Yay!
So this story is called Joseph's Colorful Robe. And we don't have a ton of characters
I should have brought a different thing.
Yay!
in this story. We need Joseph, we need Jacob. Who's going to be Joseph?
Me!
Why not?
I want to be
Come
Joseph.
here, baby.
Alright, Jaren's going to be Joseph. Who's going to be Jacob?
Me.
Alright, Gemma's going to be Jacob. Who's going to be the brothers? Everybody else, we're going to be the
We're the
brothers.
brothers.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye,
Okay.
Janana. Grandma.
Where'd you go, baby?
Wait a sec, I feel like, okay, good. Okay, Joseph was one of Jacob's 12 sons. Say hi,
No,
son.
you're Jacob.
You're Jacob.
You're Jacob, you're the dad.
Don't sit on that part.
Joseph, you're the son. You're the dad.
Oh,
Say, go to your room, Joseph.
go to your room, Joseph.
Okay, you can come out now.
Go back to your
So,
room.
Jacob loved him more than any of his other sons. So all of his other sons give sad face. Boo. And Jacob made Joseph a colorful robe. Go make Joseph a colorful robe.
Look what I brought you.
Ooh, it's
Fancy.
colorful. His brothers were jealous. Give jealous face.
Not cool.
What?
So
They
unfair.
wanted nice robes too. We want nice robes
I
too.
want a nice robe too.
I want a robe.
Mine's just black. Doesn't have any colors on it.
They wanted to be loved as much as Joseph was loved. We want hugs and kisses too.
Smooch me.
Joseph had a dream.
Go to
He
sleep.
told his family, go to sleep, Joseph. He told his family, and he got up, and he told his family, we were building grain
We were building rain
from the field.
Come
on
here.
the field.
Your bundles of grain
Your bundles of grain
bow down to mine.
bow down to mine.
What?
Then Joseph had another dream. He said, this time,
This time,
the sun and moon and 11 stars
the sun and moon, the 11 stars,
were bowing down to me.
are bowing down to me.
His father asked, does this mean that our family will bow down to you?
Does this mean
No,
Oh, you're not the father.
Father.
You're the
Father asked,
father.
does this mean that our family will bow down to you?
Does this mean that our family would bow down to you?
The brothers were furious.
You say we heard him.
They threw Joseph into a dry well.
Oh, throw him in the crib.
I couldn't see, so I
I'm just
didn't.
kidding.
No,
I'm
not
just
in
kidding.
the
Don't
crib.
break it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for the wall.
Along came some traders. Joanna's a trader.
Oh, so
The brothers sold Joseph to them as a slave.
Come on,
Joseph, you gotta go with
go
Joanna.
with
You
Jolena.
never know where she's gonna go.
Go with Jolena. Take
She
him
might,
away.
she might take you to Egypt.
Put him in the closet. Egypt is in there. Go away.
They lied to their father and said Joseph had been killed by a wild animal. Hey, father.
Hi. Joseph has been killed by a wild animal.
See? Here's his robe. It's all bloody.
We are so smart. We will never find out. But God was with Joseph. All right. End scene.
Good job. Come on up.
See.
All right, now we're going to go into our prayer time. And it's a really special prayer time. And then we're going to do an activity that I promise you want to stick around for after the prayer time. Okay? It's going to be off the chain. Now,
What are we gonna
normally
do?
we would do the telling the truth to your child cards, but since we're doing this other activity too, we're going to skip these tonight. Okay? So, don't get legalistic about it. You can skip stuff. All right. So here we go. We're going to pray. It was the idea you had yesterday. We're going to think about a room
Oh, yeah.
that we'll be in tomorrow. Okay, so think about a room that you're going to be in tomorrow. So picture that room in your mind, any room that you might be in tomorrow, and the people you might be with. And then we're going to ask God where He's going to be with us in that room. Okay? So you guys got a room you're going to be in tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, now ask God. Say, God,
God,
where are you going to be with me in that room?
where are you going to be with me in that room?
come out? No. No.
All right. You guys ready?
Yes. Yep, I already have my eyes open.
Who's gonna go first?
This is.
Gemma, go. Tell us about your picture. And where guys are gonna be. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I pictured God in the classroom with me.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Where was he?
He was sitting next to me at my seat.
That's awesome. So how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel like he's gonna help me always. Wherever I go, he's going to help me he's gonna make sure I do what I'm supposed to do. But if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, he'll help me with it.
That's good.
Very good.
All right, who's next? Jared, go.
So I felt like he was like over top of me, like an eagle.
What room were you in?
Gym class. I felt like he was over top of me, like an eagle, trying to protect their chicks.
How does that make you feel, bud?
It makes me feel like safe. That the devil wouldn't be able to get to me.
That's awesome.
I felt like there was like an indestructible ball around me.
That's awesome. That's like what Dustin mentioned on Sunday in his prophetic word. All right, Juliana.
I was in my classroom and I saw God standing next to me, and he was helping me stay focused and for me not to get angry at the people around me that are distracting me.
That's awesome. So how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good, like he's calming me down, and it helps give me peace.
All right, Mommy.
So I have a meeting with some of my friends tomorrow to discuss some kind of big vision items, and I'm envisioning the room that we'll be in there tomorrow, and that God is in that space, but he's not always in the same space because there's going to be several of us there, so I feel like he's going to be moving around and just helping guide that conversation and facilitate it. And so for me, that's a sense of security and also a sense of answer to some prayer of direction and wisdom. So I'm excited about what's going to happen tomorrow morning.
So I pictured the sanctuary of Journey Life Church because tomorrow we're going to be having a prayer meeting.
Yeah.
And from 6:30 to 7:30, we'll plug there. It's going to be awesome. Going to be some harp and bowl style prayer, which is prayer and worship mixed together, and stations. So kids are going to have a blast praying. I promise it. Our kids go every year and love it. So we're going to do that tomorrow night, 6:30 to 7:30. And I pictured that place, and if you can't tell, you probably can't tell from how I'm talking right now, but I have a killer sore throat right now, and I haven't been eating much the last couple of days because I can't swallow very well. But I just pictured that God would focus himself on my throat, and that he would take care of that, and I'm going to make it. So that's what that made me feel like. I'm going to make it. So we're going to do something a little different right now. Since this is our music resource night, we're going to do a little dance party for you. And this is based on a playlist called Christian Dance Party that I made, that I will post in the comments later on Spotify. I made this playlist, and so I'll post it. But we also have this little light bulb that we got. Shout out to Brad and Becca Davis, and Ben and Amanda Charteau who gave us this idea. It needs to go that way. So we have and we'll show you what it does, and we'll have a dance party. So here we go. Lights, camera, action.
Your love was never far. You made a way to get to me. You were the whisper.
Boy style, get some violent action in there for a sec. Don't hit anybody. Alright, we're gonna stop it for a second. We might continue this later as a family, but I want to give you one more tip. I wanted to give you one more tip before we said goodbye, and that is, do action songs. And as you do those action songs, make sure that you include some boy-friendly actions, so you could, which are typically violent. So you could not do violent actions. That's fine. Your boys just won't participate. So or you could do them and you get your boys involved too. So we love you guys.
Jumpin' jack stuff, huh?
And what do you guys want to say before we go? See you tomorrow night.
We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Bye-bye. What's your favorite music resources? Post it in the comments below.